You set the egg in the pan, you gave it a minute, you slid the turner underneath and it tore, the white grabbed the iron and ripped, yolk broke. What should have been a clean over easy is a stuck scrambled mess, and you are standing there scraping at it thinking what everybody thinks at that point. This old cast iron is more trouble than it is worth. Maybe it is time to go back to the slick black pans, the ones with the coating, the ones that promise nothing ever sticks. I want to stop you right there. You are about to throw away the best pan you will ever own over 3 mistakes. Not a bad pan, not bad seasoning, not bad luck. 3 mistakes nobody taught you, every one of them fixable in 10 minutes once you understand what they are. My name is Earl. I have kept this farm out here in the Ozarks for going on 50 years. The cast iron skillet I reach for most mornings belonged to my grandmother. She brought it with her when she and my grandfather set up their first place, and she cooked on it her whole life. My mother cooked on it after her. It has never had a chemical coating in it, never seen a thing sprayed from a factory can, and I will tell you plainly, it is more naturally non-stick than any coated pan I have ever used. All it has in it is iron and good fat baked in by years of use. No coating to scratch off into your food. No chemical the manufacturers themselves are quietly walking back from. Just iron and fire and fat, the way it has always been. But it only behaves right if you know its 3 rules. Most folks get every one of them wrong, and then they blame the pan. If you are new here, welcome to Homestead Grandpa. Hit that subscribe button right now so you do not miss a single video. I put one out every week and I do not waste your time. Now let us get into it. Before the 3 rules, I want to explain the thing most people get backward, because once you understand it, the rules make sense on their own. Most people believe cast iron sticks because of the seasoning, not built up enough, wrong oil, not baked in right. So they spend an afternoon reseasoning and they cook on it again and it still sticks and they give up and blame the iron. I have cooked on bare new iron with almost no seasoning and had eggs slide off clean. I have cooked on beautifully kept old iron and had eggs tear. The seasoning matters over years. It is not what decides whether this morning's egg sticks. What decides it is heat, specifically the temperature of the pan at the moment the food goes in. Iron is heavy. It takes its time coming up to temperature, and that slowness is its whole gift. Once it is truly hot all the way through, it holds that heat like a hearthstone, steady and even across the entire surface, without the hot spots and cold spots a thin pan gives you. But that same slowness is what trips people. They set a cold pan on the burner, drop the butter in, crack the egg right behind it, and the iron is still cold in its bones underneath. Cold iron grabs. It grabs everything you put into it. That is your stuck egg. That is the whole explanation. Hot iron releases. Cold iron grabs. Understand that one thing and the rest of this falls into place. Number 1. Heat the bare pan before anything goes in it. You set the empty skillet on a medium flame and you leave it completely alone, nothing in it. No fat, no food, no spray. Just the bare iron warming through all the way to its center, not just the surface you can see. Give it 3 to 5 minutes. The exact time depends on your stove and your pan, so learn to read it rather than watch the clock. You will know the pan is ready when you hold your palm a few inches above it and feel steady, even heat rising. You may see the faintest thread of smoke lift off the dry iron, just a wisp. That is the pan telling you it is ready. When you see that, the fat goes in, not before. A knob of butter, a spoon of lard, a spoonful of bacon grease, whatever good fat you keep by the stove. On a properly heated pan, that butter will not sit and melt in one spot. It will slacken and run and spread thin and bright across the whole surface, seeking the low spots. Tip the pan a little and coat it edge to edge. That sheet of hot fat on hot iron is the slick surface your egg is going to ride on. It is what every coated pan on the market is trying to pretend to be. My grandfather could tell if a pan was ready by flicking 1 drop of water from his finger onto the iron. If it skittered across the surface in a ball and evaporated fast, the pan was ready. If it just sat there and steamed, he waited another minute. Same rule has worked in every kitchen in this family for as long as anyone can remember. Heat the pan first, fat second, food last. That one rule fixes more stuck eggs than all the seasoning in the world. Before the second and third secrets, I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments whether you cook on cast iron, how old your pan is, and where it came from. If it was handed down, tell me who cooked on it before you. And tell me the one problem you always had with it, because I would wager the heat is behind it 9 times out of 10. I read every single one. And if you have not subscribed yet, hit that button, new video every week. Number 2, once the food is in the pan, leave it alone until the pan tells you it is ready. The egg goes into the hot fat. You hear a steady, gentle sizzle. The white starts going from clear to solid. And this is where the second mistake happens. The impatient cook reaches for the turner. He wants to be doing something with the egg. He slides it under before the egg is ready and it tears because he tore it. The egg was not stuck. He just pulled at it before it had finished setting. What you do instead is wait. Leave it completely alone. Give it 30 to 40 seconds, long enough for the white to take its first solid set all the way across. And then you test it. You do not poke it with the turner. You pick the pan up by the handle and give it one small jog forward and back, a gentle shake. If you got the first rule right, that egg will slide. The whole thing loose and free, gliding across the pan. That is the iron releasing it. You are not forcing it. You are waiting for the pan to do what it does. Now the turner goes under smooth because the egg already let go on its own. Flip it, give it a few seconds on the other side for over easy, and you tip it out onto the plate, clean, nothing left behind. A pan you could wipe with a dry cloth. That is cast iron behaving the way it was always meant to. The mistake is the same in both rules, not trusting the pan. You put food in too soon because you do not trust the heat. You reach for the turner too soon because you do not trust the release. Cast iron rewards patience every time. That is the only thing it ever asks of you. Number 3, clean it warm, dry it over the flame, and seal it with almost no oil. How you treat the pan after the meal is how it treats you at the next one. This is where good iron turns bad slowly, one small mistake at a time, and the cook never sees it happening until the seasoning is gone. The rule starts while the pan is still warm from cooking. Warm iron lets go of anything clinging to it. Cold iron sets it like cement. Do not let it sit. Clean it warm. For a pan where everything slid out clean, there is almost nothing to do. A wipe with a dry cloth while it is warm is most of the job. If something stuck, a bit of egg at the edge, a crust, the answer is in the cupboard. Coarse salt, a handful in the warm pan, a folded rag, scrub it around. The salt scours the stuck bits without touching the seasoning underneath. My grandmother never owned a box of steel wool. Salt and a rag, and that was all the cast iron ever needed. Water. People are scared of water on cast iron, and they are half right. Water is not the enemy. Water sitting on bare iron is the enemy. A quick rinse under hot water is fine so long as you follow the rule that comes after it, which is the rule most people skip. Anytime water touches the iron, you dry it completely and right away. Not in the drying rack, not left to air. Wipe out every bit of moisture you can with a towel, and then set the pan back on the burner on a low flame for a minute or two and let the last of it steam away. The heat drives the moisture out of the pores of the iron. A pan that air dries starts rusting in the pores you cannot see. A pan that goes back over the flame after washing never does. Then the last step, and this is where people go wrong in the other direction. A few drops of oil in the warm pan, not a puddle, a few drops on a cloth, rubbed over the cooking surface and a little up the sides. Then take a clean dry corner and wipe it back off until the pan looks almost dry, just the thinnest sheen. You are not coating it, you are sealing it. A whisper of fat to keep the air and damp off the iron until the next time you cook. Too much oil bakes down gummy and does more harm than good. A few drops, wiped back to almost nothing, and you are done. Let it cool and hang it up, or leave it on the stove the way my grandmother always left hers, ready for the morning. I want to tell you something about who profits from your believing that cast iron is too much trouble. Not to stir anybody up, just so you can see the shape of the thing clearly. There is no money in a pan that lasts 200 years. The pan my grandmother cooked on will go to my children and to their children, and not one company earns a cent on that. But there is a great deal of money in a pan that wears out. The coated skillets, the ones that promise nothing ever sticks, they sell well. They work fine for a year, maybe 2 or 3. The coating scratches, it flakes, the pan goes in the trash and you buy another. That is not a flaw in the design. That is the design. A pan that must be replaced can be sold again. A pan that outlives 3 generations gets sold exactly once. Nobody had to sit in a room and plan this out. It simply pays better to make a pan that fails than to teach someone to keep one forever. The old people kept their iron because there was no next pan being sold to them, so they learned to keep the one they had instead. And the one they had outlasted everything. Here is what I want you to do this week. Pull out your cast iron pan and cook 1 egg in it using these 3 rules. Hot pan first, empty, 3 to 5 minutes on medium. Fat goes in only when the pan is ready. Egg in, then leave it alone until it slides free on the first shake. Clean it warm with salt, dry it over the flame, seal it with a whisper of oil. 1 egg, see what happens. If you do not have a cast iron pan, the best one you will ever own is sitting in someone's barn or at an estate sale right now. Maybe rusty, maybe crusted over, maybe looking like it has been given up on for 20 years. Pick it up. A rusty pan is not a ruined pan, and I am going to show you how the old people brought pans like that all the way back in a future video. Tell me in the comments whether you have old iron handed down in your family, how old it is, and who cooked on it before you. I read every single one of those, and it is some of the best reading I do. Until next time, keep the gate latched, the ground fed, and take care of what is yours.